Clark, I couldn't give Coppin State one because it was rigged. I couldn't give Alabama A&M one because it was rigged. I don't buy it. I don't fucking buy it. It didn't really happen. Putting my hat on. All right, we got slides, we got everything, and I got fucking locks out the gate. I know Bieniek's probably having fucking dinner, but
here's Bieniek's game.
Yeah, I'm all over this. I already bet this shit. Eastern Michigan. Oh, but for the audio side, Bowling Green is at Eastern Michigan and Ypsilanti. Bowling Green off the magical comeback against Toledo in the Battle of I-75. They stay on the road. They're going to the factory known as Ypsilanti. I'm locking up Eastern Michigan minus 3.5. Mac?
I'm not betting this game. I think I like Bowling Green. I think that they're playing better, and I'm not going to take Eastern Michigan when they've already won 3 in a row. They got a rigged game in them again. So I think they're not in the eyesight right now. Give me Bowling Green, no bet.
Next up, I'm going to lock up another game. We got the Deeper Than Hate rivalry. They just played. What was it? 6 days ago? 8 days ago? 7 days ago? 5 days ago?
I don't remember. Doing this.
I think it was 5 days ago. 5 days ago they played. App State is at Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern is getting 1.5. Sorry, the slide is fucked up. I'm on Southern. Southern. Let me sell you on this. Southern pushed them to overtime last time. Southern's 9-3 at home. App's been shitty on the road. I think Southern's winning this one. It matters to them. Lock. Why is App favored? Because App's in 5th place and Southern's in 11th. What are you doing, Mac?
I'll take the square side and battle you. App just dropped a home game. I think they hit the road here. They get right here. Give me App State to sweep them here.
Now we got a problem.
We got a battle in the Deeper Than Hate rivalry. 2.5, says Jason. I don't know. I made the slides a while ago because I had to do 2 shows. But next up, we are going to the likes of Old Dominion at Marshall. Marshall's laying 10.5.
They just played.
Yeah, on 5 days ago. Why do they? The Sun Belt. Sunbelt needs to dial 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE. Marshall is fire at home, but I'm still taking the fucking points with ODU. No bet.
It's such a. I feel like ODU's the right side. Like the line was like 3 last week. Now it's 10.5. I know they're
2.5 last week, and then when it moved, it went to 4.5.
8 points for Marshall at home. That seems like a lot. Give me the points. Marshall wins by 9.
Buffalo. Are they still catching? It's gone down 0.5 point. Central Michigan's laying 14.5 at home against Buffalo. They're off the rivalry game. I'm going to take Buffalo. You know, Buffalo's terrible on the road, but I know they beat CMU, by the way, in Buffalo, but I still think it's worth maybe. I didn't bet this. I didn't plan on betting this. But after the Western game and winning the way they did, I feel like Buffalo is the right side, man.
Yeah,
I feel pretty decent about it.
I'm all over Buffalo.
We should bet this, right?
This is way too many for Central Michigan to lay, especially when they just won by 30 out of nowhere.
In a rivalry game. That's a fucking big time rivalry. Yeah, I'm with you. Let's go.
Give me the Bulls.
Double lock on these Blue Bowls. Nothing like a case of Blue Bowls. All right, and I got a wager here. We got the Capital Classic going on in Richmond, Virginia, and I was just on VSiN. That's why we're doing this at 2 a.m. I'm assuming that this is at 15.5 because that's what they told me. I thought it was at 14.5. They're telling me you can get 15.5 out there. Like I said, I guess an hour ago, whatever it was. I'm locking up Richmond. This is a great spot because VCU's coming off. First off, you have to go back to 1997 to find a time VCU won by more than 15.5 at the Robins Center. VCU can win this game all they want by 8, by 9. I'm going in on this rigged ass team. The Richmond, and it's nationally televised, so they're not gonna blow it for the FBI. Richmond lock. You coming?
Yeah, I'm going to the game. You got to take Richmond here. VCU off the game against Mason, and they already beat them by 40 this year. Hopefully, fucking Richmond doesn't hang in this thing and then give it away at the end.
I will say this: I'm only counting back to 97 for the games at the Robins Center. VCU's won by a lot in the Siegel Center. At Richmond, these games are fucking tight. Go look it up. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's just a lot of familiarity. They already got drilled once. This is going to be their Super Bowl to try and ruin VCU's at-large bid. Do they win? No, because they don't have enough. But VCU wins by 9.
Yeah. Boom. Double lock on these Spiders. Dre, we are on Instagram at TCE on SGPN. Give us a follow. Next up. Oh boy, what do we got here? Duke laying 22.5.
There's a lot of moving parts in this game.
Please elaborate.
The associate head coach for Duke.
You're right. You're right. I thought you meant player wise. Okay.
No, is supposedly the next head coach at Miami.
I was prepared to bet with the points here.
Yeah, I'm all over Miami. Yeah. This is not a good spot. A lot of
now, I will say we should talk about this for a second. Matthew Cleveland's a game time decision. That's kind of important.
Don't bet this now.
That's kind of important. Yeah, wait until tomorrow. Nigel Pack too, but that's been the whole fucking year. Matthew Cleveland is very essential, I think, to covering this game.
Do you realize this number is the same number it was at Cameron when they played like a month ago?
I did not realize that.
Yeah. Like, dude, the Duke tax is at an all-time high right now. Good God. Yeah. I just think there's a lot of distractions.
We need Cleveland to play this fucking game, though.
We do. But I mean, it also Duke, it kind of feels like a sleepy spot down there in Miami. They're off the Madison Square Garden when everybody's crowned them the next national champion for the last couple days. And then you got the Jai Lucas dynamic. That's a weird thing going on right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, give me Miami.
Oh man, we're gonna double lock this, but
absolutely,
I'm telling you, do not wait to pull the trigger. If Cleveland does not play, I don't want a part of this game.
Yeah,
we need to know that fucking information.
Kyle's asking. Yes, I did take Illinois, and why am I taking Miami? It's a different number here. It's 22.5 right now.
Yeah. I mean, shit. I took Duke against Illinois.
Duke hasn't been that good against ATS either. I mean, they've been okay, but they're laying ridiculous numbers now because of the hype.
Yeah. St. Louis is in Davidson, North Carolina, taking on these Wildcats. Davidson's laying 1.5. I can't get there. Does this line stink to you or what?
I kind of want to bet Davidson.
Last time I did that, I ate shit. Fuck Davidson. They're unathletic.
Do you want their cocktail napkin number?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you got?
Davidson -1.
Hold on. Mac, we fell for this on the 18th of February when we both locked up Davidson against Loyola Chicago. Loyola put it on them in Davidson.
They lost 2 straight home games. You think they lose a third?
I just don't think they're good. I'm taking I'm not betting this, but give me St. Louis. I don't think they're a good basketball team. I think St. Louis is way more skilled at almost every position. Yeah.
I'll stay away.
Next up, Providence at Marquette. Woo! Moneyline Mac, the floor is yours. Marquette's laying 12.5.
Lock Marquette by 1 million. Let's go. Let's go, Shaka.
I'm jumping on. Marquette's desperate team, Providence. They're going to be playing D3 ball soon.
Get right, spot against you jabronis.
Marty Conlon's not walking through that fucking door. All right.
I mean, hey, they only blow out shit teams. Seton Hall, Providence is trending towards Seton Hall since Ed Cooley left. So let's lock it up.
God sham, God ain't walking through that door. I'm with you. Double lock on Marquette. System play.
Let's go. Go on, Shaka. I couldn't we get a better coach than the first game.
Next up, Ohio. What is this line? Oh man. So wait, let me get this straight. A team that is in 4th place in the MAC that could fall into 3rd or 2nd.
It's a 5.5 number.
Is laying 5.5 against a team that has 9 wins on the season. And get this, Ohio played them on February 4th and beat them by 25 points. We got to take Western.
Also, Ohio's getting healthier.
We got to take Western. I can't make sense of this. We have to take Western. This is Alabama A&M of last night.
I'm going to lay it, but I'm not going to bet. I'm not betting this. If I just see a stinky one now, I'm at this point.
Especially when they won by this much 2 weeks ago.
You know what this is? This is a backdoor banking 3 from Western Michigan to cut it to 8 from 5 at the buzzer. Backdoor cover. Give me Western Michigan. You're right. Yeah. Ohio wins. Western Michigan covers some bullshit ass cover, but I don't want to put money on a banked in backdoor cover. You're right. These 5.5 numbers fucking reek. I don't want no part of it.
Yeah. Give me Western. No bet. Baylor is at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's now laying 2.5, not 1.5, and I am locking up the Cincinnati Bearcats. And I've been trying to talk my pal Sean Stacking the Money Green, who's in Cincinnati, to go into this game. Said maybe, I think. Lay it with the Bearcats because this line makes no goddamn sense. Can we break this one down too? This is Alabama A&M of last night. So
yeah, I think that they're just out on Baylor. Baylor just has not, ever since the injury. I mean, they didn't look good before the injury, but ever since the injury, they've just been dog shit.
Another thing is Jaden Nunn is a game time decision with illness.
Do we think? I mean, who does Baylor got left? Are they really they're on the verge of being on the fucking bubble? It's kind of wild. Yeah, they'll beat Oklahoma State at home, and then I don't know if they'll beat TCU. Yeah, I'll lock up Cincinnati. I think Cincy gets them. I think Cincy's better right now than Baylor. Did we lose Colby?
I guess so.
What do you like? What's the napkin say? I'm curious on the napkin on this.
Cincy minus 1.5. The old number was right on it. I hate that the line's actually going to Cincy's side. Yeah, because with your thought process, you would prefer that to be, oh shit, we lose the slides too.
Yeah.
With your thought process, you would prefer the line to move Baylor's way.
Yeah. Yeah. My other thought process was that I may take Baylor on the back-to-back road games, but they're coming from Colorado. It's not like they were played in West Virginia and they're in Cincinnati the night before. There's no travel bait. There's limited travel. Colorado, They probably went home and then they're going out. So
you think they went home? There's no way.
Yeah, because they played on Saturday. I mean, it's probably the same amount of time they could just fly down to Texas and then leave today and go out there. Hey, you're back.
I'm just using my hotspot here.
I can tell. No offense.
None taken.
Jaden Nunn's their best perimeter defender. I think that's a huge loss if he's sick and does not play here. So I don't know. I'm on the Cincy side just on the handicap wise. Like I don't think this one necessarily smells like shit or anything. I haven't really been high on Baylor the entire year either. So yeah.
It's this.
Who'd you take, Mac? I didn't hear it.
I took Cincy. I think that they're playing desperate too. I know Baylor's desperate. My worry is Scott Drew's a much better coach than Wes Miller, but I just think Cincinnati is a better roster right now. Like what in terms of like size and physicality. Like I know Baylor has really good guards, but they have nobody in the front court. I don't know how they keep Cincinnati off the glass.
Yeah. So triple lock, or was that? Are you betting this?
No, Bieniek just came in to fill in. He said the number.
I'm betting this. I'm betting this.
Yeah, double lock,
okay.
Cincinnati.
Double lock on these Bearcats. Let's go.
I hate laying points with that team. Oh, this fucking team.
Next up, what is this number?
8.5. You're right.
Okay, still 8.5. Georgia Tech's at Pitt. Take it on the this. They say major tournament implications with this game, Mac. I like Ike B's comment. Shout out to Ike, longtime listener. He goes, Colby's got that Mississippi Valley State internet. Guys, Georgia Tech is getting 8.5 at Pitt. I hate this game. Can I tell you that?
Georgia Tech's gonna win.
I have no idea. They suck so bad on the road. I'm actually going to take Pitt.
They beat Clemson on the road.
They just lost to Boston College by what, 16 or 18 or some shit.
Bounce back, and it's still in the north. Like this was their northeast trip.
Give me Pitt.
Is Pitt gonna mail it in?
I'm taking Pitt minus the points. They win by 15.
Let's just do a little research right here. Plus 295 on the money line. Thank you very much. I'll take the Yellow Jackets. Eat shit, Pitt. This team is fucking broken, and it is beautiful to watch.
Pitt does have a bunch of injuries, right?
Rob, so it's just Georgia Tech does too.
I was about to say McCollum is out, right?
Yeah, McCollum's missed 4 games in a row.
Coach of this game. Probably Cable, actually.
Yeah, Cable's got a tournament appearance.
Yeah.
Dude, that's bad, Stoudemire. You need to reevaluate.
Are you locking this, Bieniek?
Yeah, I'm coming in on the Yellow Jackets.
Hey, Bieniek.
Wow. Are you locking this, Mac?
Oh, absolutely. I've had betting against Pitt every game.
Double lock.
Great month. I'm gonna build an island over here.
Mac and Bieniek lock it up. Pitt. I'm sorry, Georgia Tech against Pitt. Can't fucking talk.
Pitt hasn't covered since fucking Christmas.
The cocktail napkins got.
I'm gonna battle you, motherfuckers.
I can't wait for your seminar tomorrow on how bad Jeff Capel sucks.
We're battling here, you piles of shit. Let's go. We got a battle in Pittsburgh. Dundee on the Panthers. Hail to Pitt. Mac. Bieniek on these Yellow Jackets. Buzz, sting.
See, everybody thought Narduzzi broke the football team. Ever since Narduzzi kicked the field goal from the 1 yard line, the basketball team hasn't covered.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Good old Nard dog.
Yeah, I'm on Georgia Tech here. I think they've been playing better ball, and the Boston College loss. Sure, I mean you get that with Georgia Tech, but the road trip, you go up northeast, you knock out the 2 Georgia Tech or not Georgia Tech. You do the Boston College Syracuse or Boston College Pitt or Pitt Syracuse. That little road trip. I don't think it's any issue with the travel whatsoever. I think they've probably been hanging out in Pitt for a day. And it's not a bad place to stay. It's a great area. It's a good city.
This guy loves reffing Pittsburgh, huh?
I like the Jackets. I think they got a chance.
I'm fucking worried that you're doing this. You did this shit with Michigan tonight.
Natkin's got
have fun. Have fun, Mac. Have fun, Moneyline Macintosh.
You are going to be so pissed. You can be like, I will never ever lay 8.5 with Jeff.
Hit by 15. Hit by 15. Pitt by 15. Let's go.
Wait.
Next.
Don't move on from this game. The last time that Pitt won by 15 was January 4th.
Against who?
Stanford.
Stanford and Georgia Tech. Didn't they just go to overtime? Or was that it might have been Cal. That might have been Cal.
Yeah, it was Cal.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech beat Stanford by 8, which is
But
ironically
Stanford
this
beat-
line.
Stanford beat Cal. Swept them. Yeah. I'll see you on the gridiron.
Hey, they got to get that NIT momentum, man. They got to get some momentum going into that tournament.
Georgia Tech also
Akron.
beat Stanford, so we're good on that.
Akron's laying 8.5. This line's gone up a point. At Ball State. Is this one where you just got to bet the shit out of Akron? I feel like we got to.
I kind of like Ball State. I think everybody's going to say, "Oh, Akron's going to bounce back," but Ball State's chippy, man.
They are 8-5 at home. You know what? Maybe you're right. I'll stay away. Give me Akron on the. Wow, I'm not going to do that, but I'll take Akron on the picks page. Money line back, lock it up. Ball State.
Stayed the Akron bounce back there. Akron wins by 4.
Next up, we got the world's biggest cocktail party on the hardwood, Florida, and this line has gone up as well. Laying 7.5 at Georgia. I am locking up Georgia plus 7.5. I am also going to say sprinkle the motherfucking money line. Look, I know Snow White has not beaten Florida, but man,
he's
he had
0-4.
Yeah, but he did push him to overtime. What, this two games ago, I think it was.
Yeah, and he did just get blown out this year.
Yeah, but that was at the Swamp. Get this, they're terrible on the road in general. It's not just a Florida thing. Georgia's fucking terrible on the road. They're 13-3 at home, and some of those 3 losses, I think 2 of those 3 losses, they should have won those fucking games. I understand Florida's 6-2 on the road, but to me, it's about the spot. Georgia can get back into the mix of potentially making the NCAA tournament with a win here. Georgia also, Florida also has, to me, this is the sleepy game. Despite it being a rivalry game,
no, it's not.
On deck, ranked Texas A&M, ranked Alabama, ranked Ole Miss. What are you saying? It's not a rivalry game?
No, it's not a sleepy game. They're not sleeping against their former ball coach.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, it's not like anyone on the roster was with them. I'm saying
Will Richard was
one player. The other 3 teams are ranked. Georgia's not.
I'm all over Georgia.
Yeah,
they're gonna get a home cooking whistle, just like fucking Vanderbilt and Oklahoma did on Saturday. They're trying to jam all these SEC teams in. Georgia's live in this game. I think we get a hell of a game. Give me the Dogs. Come on, Mike White. Pop up for us one time.
Double lock on these Dogs. Bieniek, are you locking up the Gators?
Yeah, you're damn right I am. I mean, they destroyed them earlier this year. I just look at the 2 rosters, and I think there's a gigantic difference. I know that's just the lamest, squarest handicap you could ever have.
I mean, Georgia almost beat Auburn, though. Auburn's roster is way better than Georgia's, but
Todd Golden's 4-0 against Mike White. And honestly, the first year, I thought the rosters were quite similar. And to go in and go 2-0 against that's a big pressure, situation. They go to overtime in Gainesville. They take care of business in Athens. I think I like them better in Athens away from Gainesville than I do in Gainesville, where Mike White comes back home and everybody's kind of lovey-dovey with it.
Okay, well, that can be fair, but I can tell you this. I don't like Georgia on the road against anybody. They could be playing Kennesaw. I'd be taking Kennesaw.
Florida's one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. That's their identity. They attack the glass hard. You're looking at a top 10 offensive rebounding team against the bottom 60. Georgia does not thrive on the glass. Florida's going to eat their lunch. I got Florida 10 plus point victory here. If you want the Georgia side, the Gators start slowish. That's when they're vulnerable. I mean, you look at the last game against LSU, even the Missouri game though a month ago. That one jumps out to me. Which other ones?
I think
State.
you could just say this: Auburn's like a top 50 offensive
Georgia's
rebounding
been really
team.
good at home, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Outside of the Missouri
but
game,
I mean, you look at Florida on the road, and they've taken care of business on the road everywhere except for Tennessee. The Kentucky game, they were in it to the bitter end. The road
but that's where I say
really
the spot is kind of great. I like
but
the spot for Georgia.
They're not sleeping against a rival. This is their bitter rival. They're not sleeping here. And also, I like them away from home with the Mike White factor. I think it's better for them.
Well, that's why we're battling. Because I think you're full of shit. All right?
Crush your enemies.
No
See them
dogs.
driven before you.
This is dogs on the
Way out of battle. Phoenix saying Gator. Mac Dundee saying go Dogs. Sprinkle that money line. All right, next up, Northern Illinois is taking on the Miami, Ohio Redskins. Miami, Ohio is laying 14.5. What the fuck? I mean, Northern Illinois they just announced they're leaving.
This is such a big number, though.
They're winless. They're 0-14 on the road. Are these Huskies? But I mean, Miami, Ohio just won a gigantic game. They have Ohio, the Battle of the Bricks on the. Give me the points. Give me the points. No bet. Clark's locking it. They got the Battle of the Bricks on deck. I don't.
I want to lock Northern Illinois. I want to lock these Big Mac teams tomorrow. Give me Northern Illinois.
I love that angle. Buffalo, Northern Illinois parlay.
Let's go. Give me the nasty one tomorrow. All the favorites won tonight.
I'll jump on the Buffalo one. I'm not jumping on the Northern Illinois one. Moneyline Mac locking up these Huskies.
These road gross ones tomorrow. They're off that huge win, man. National TV, big time showcase game. And Northern Illinois has actually kept a couple close recently.
Next up, we got Toledo at Kent State. Kent State laying 6.5 or 7. I don't remember. If someone's got a bunch of numbers in front of them, I was on a show where they talked about it at 7. I have no fucking idea, but I can tell you this: I struggled with this game. I think I'm going to take Toledo.
Kent beat their ass, right? At Toledo?
Yeah.
Give me Toledo. Lock it up.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe doing that too.
These programs are broad programs. They know each other.
I'll join you. Is there a set? Can someone let me know if there's still a 7 or 7.5 out there, or are we stuck on 6.5?
This is a huge game too. Toledo's lost 3 of the last 4, and Kent State's off a loss to Miami, Ohio. This is big for momentum heading into March.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by this game. Take the points. Shop around. I'll say that. Shop around. Army is at Lafayette. What could go wrong with Lafayette laying 3.5? So wait a second. The team in 8th place in the Patriot League is laying 3.5 against the team in what, 2nd or 3rd?
Lafayette spot.
God, man. Is Army really going to do this and just collapse down the fucking stretch again?
They did get fucking drilled.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm taking Army. I'm not betting it. Give me Army, though.
I think I'm with you. I'm going to take Army. Yeah. Give me the points. No bet.
All right. Northwestern is at Minnesota. Bieniek, I expect you to be here with some Big Ten coverage here.
Ugh.
Minnesota is laying 2.5. It's in the middle of the barn. Northwestern won by what, 30 first matchup, whatever that was.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait. No. That was last year, right? Was that last year? Beating by 30?
Yeah, they killed them. This is a home team series.
I'm taking Minnesota. Should we bet it? It's sticky a little bit, right?
Yes, I love Minnesota. They just dropped a home game to Penn State. They've been all right at the barn this year. I like the bounce back spot. And Northwestern's coming off a 30-point win at Ohio State or whatever that was. They're still banged up. Give me Minnesota.
Everything that Mac just said, add in no Barnheiser, no Jalen Leach.
They're so bad.
It's a skeleton of what the team was. It's just Martinelli running around with his head cut off trying to carry the team. I think Minnesota, granted, their roster's terrible, but I think they play for the coach. Like
100%.
They've been gritty to finish last season and this season when all the hot seat talk has completely surrounded them. I like the Gophs.
All right, I'll join you guys. We haven't done it. When's the last time we did a
triple lock of Minnesota?
Yeah.
Fucking wrong.
At the barn? Yeah. Right. Triple lock on these Gophers.
Yeah, Shane, good call out too. Ty Berry's been great as well.
Yeah.
Rob. Everybody's on Minnesota. This could be bad.
Could be. JMU is laying 13.5 at ULM, and JMU, I believe, can solidify first place.
I think they could get a share. You're right. Do we just blindly lay it with them like North Alabama and Lipscomb tonight? Come out focused, veteran team?
Yeah. I forget, though. They can actually clinch with the win here.
Yeah,
I'll lay it. What are you doing here?
I'll lay it. I'll lock it. JMU wins by 20. Going away.
Oh, I'm not going to lock it. Going to lock it. At the faint viewing, I'm not locking that Sunbelt shit. Moneyline Mac, lock it up. The Dukes of JMU. Stay crispy. Northwestern is not going to beat Minnesota. Yes, we agree. We are on the Gophers.
That's not as much of a hot take. I mean, Minnesota's favored by 2.5. So
Indiana State's in Murray, Kentucky, taking on the Racers. Murray State's laying 5.5. I'm going to take Murray State. No bet. What are you doing here?
Give me Indiana State. It's that 5.5 dreaded number. Just give me the points.
Yeah.
Usually you're on the right side when you just blindly take that 5.5.
Rob loves this. Locking it up. Shout out to the great Rob Donaldson.
It is gross.
Troy, I'm locking this one. Troy is laying 2.5 at Texas State.
Yeah.
I'm locking up Troy minus 2.5. Texas State just beat the 1 seed. They also upset Troy at Troy. And I think the line, here's a great way to solve this for you. So South Alabama was the 1 seed in the Sun Belt on Saturday.
They were an underdog.
Yes, they were the underdog at the 8 or 9 seed Texas State at the time.
Yeah.
In this same very stadium. Now you have the 4 seed Troy laying points against that same Texas State team that has now moved up to the 7 spot. Troy is a smash play.
I love Troy here.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm all over the Trojans.
Double lock on these Troy Trojans. Next up, we got Iowa State heading into Stillwater. Iowa State, obviously Curtis Jones and Keyshawn Gilbert. Game time decisions. I don't know what the fuck. Give me.
Why would they play this game?
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna play, man.
No,
I'm all over the points.
I'm gonna lock it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like I think Iowa State had their bump on Saturday. They played out of their minds at Houston without those guys. Now I think they're in another grinder. Give me the points.
Oklahoma State 10-3 at home in Stillwater. Let's go. Double lock on these. How about them Cowboys? Double lock. Next up, Illinois State. What is this number? Is that Southern Illinois? Somebody make this make sense.
I got this one. I've had this one circled. Houston Christian last night. Who was the game before that? Loyola Maryland.
La Tech was one of, or Sam Houston State was one of them.
No, but these two that I'm talking about the last 2 days, two teams that were heading into senior days on a 4-game skid, catching a short number.
Laying a short number.
Or laying it or getting a short number. Loyola Maryland drilled Colgate. Houston Christian drilled Stephen F. Austin. And Southern Illinois is going to put it on Illinois State.
We got to add in also, I got to just throw this information out there. So Illinois State is 5th in the Valley. A good team.
Yep.
So they're 17-12. Southern Illinois is 12-17. And get this, Illinois State beat Southern Illinois by 31 in January.
Yep.
But yet Southern Illinois is favored.
Yep.
Not only does the spread stink, the total stinks as well. In my opinion, Cocktail Napkins got it at 149, and just looking at the two teams and the way they play, like that would be shaded towards like a Illinois State drags this thing into the mud because they're the slower team, but they're not scoring. So I don't know.
My only thing is we have to bet. I mean, I'm with Mac. Like the only thing I can think of is we have to bet Southern Illinois just because they're telling you to.
They've been a weirdly like streaky team, Southern Illinois. They won like 5 out of 6, 6 out of 9.
This will be lit, by the way.
Yeah. Senior day too. One game get up spot, Southern Illinois rolls. Let's go.
Double lock on the Salukis.
They've lost 3 straight home games.
Oh yeah, 4 straight home games. They got to get one, right?
This is a rigged game, right?
Yes. Scott Nagy is going to rig this.
Next up, Lindenwood is in Macomb, Illinois, getting a point on the road.
This is a rigged game.
I mean, Lindenwood's way better this year.
Why are we saying this for every game now?
Western Illinois is eliminated from the fucking tournament, and they're laying points against a team that's going to be in like the 7th.
Is this senior night? Is that why?
What is this line?
It's senior night.
Yeah, I'll take Western.
Yeah, I'll lock Western.
I'll join you. Double lock on these leathernecks. We should parlay Western Illinois and Southern Illinois.
Oh,
and Northern Illinois. Fuck it. I'm in. You know what? I'm in on Northern Illinois. Directional Illinois parlays. Where's Eastern? They playing? I'm betting Northern Illinois now just because we have to.
Hilarious.
The W's. This game's awful. And I see it at 16.5 now. Washington. Is that Wisconsin? I mean, I'm going to take the points, but I'm not betting this fucking game. Fuck this game. What are you doing here?
Double road spot. I'll lock Washington. Late night tip. I mean, Wisconsin's off an overtime game. They got fucking Sparty on deck. I mean, come on. 16? Give me Washington.
Moneyline Mag, lock it up, these Huskies. Let's go to another rivalry game and not that Washington-Wisconsin bullshit. Colorado State is at Air Force. This is a rivalry game. Air Force is catching 12.5 at home.
Fucking Air Force.
They just won a game. We should bet Colorado State.
But isn't it a little bit of a rivalry?
It is. It is. That's what I'm saying. But
Colorado State is Utah State next.
No bet.
This is not senior night. Fuck off. I am betting Colorado State minus the points.
I'll root for you.
Let's get in on this. All right, moving along. Tennessee's at LSU, and I will bet this one. Give me LSU and the points because I thought they played very well against Florida. Tennessee had that week off that Mac alluded to in that battle win for them. Now quick turnaround. Boring ass. Like they're thinking, hey, it's just they have Bama on deck too. What are you doing here, Mac?
Yeah, I've been riding LSU, man, and I thought I was on the right side against Florida. That was kind of a phony cover by Florida.
You kind of were.
They had the fucking lead with 12 minutes, getting 10, and then the wheels fell off. But LSU's been good at home. Chippy as a dog. They play hard for McMahon. He's coming back. Give me LSU and the points. And we're getting Tennessee off that big A&M game, to your point.
Double lock, Wheat Tigers. Wheat Tigers. Also, now we go to Alabama, where Mississippi State is catching 8.5 in Tuscaloosa. I will lay it with Alabama. Actually, I see 7.5 out there right now. I will lay it, but I'm not going to bet this game. What are you doing here?
I'm betting Mississippi State. I think that they match up all right with Alabama. I thought they played horrible the first matchup, and it still was a game that came down to the wire. What?
I was going to say, the first game didn't really portray that.
Yeah, I thought they played horrible, and it was a 4-point game, and they had a shot to win it at the end. And they kind of laid an egg on Saturday, back-to-back road spot. I think that they get up for Alabama off the Kentucky game. Yeah, give me Hubbard and company to cover. Hail State. They've been better on the road than at home this year.
Moneyline Mag locking up these dogs. Plus the points. I'm on the Tide.
First game, they're right there.
I just worry about their defense against a team like Alabama.
I mean, they did. I'm close. Max talking me into it because I watched this game. They played like shit and they only lost by 4. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be an interesting game. I'll be watching it.
South Carolina is at Mizzou. Mizzou laying 14.5. I will take South Carolina system play because fuck you, Missouri. What are you doing here?
Why do I feel like Missouri's going to beat them by like 30? South Carolina has been so bad on the road. They just won by 20. Give me Mizzou to just beat the piss out of them.
If there was any team to not feel bad for a SEC team getting their first win, it's Missouri, who was 0-18 last year.
This has got like 25 written all.
That's a lock for you?
Fred, check the picks page on that one. I'll probably talk myself into betting Missouri.
Louisville is at Virginia Tech, laying 11.5. Okay. I will take the Hokies plus 11.5.
I'm with you, man.
Yeah. Double lock.
These Louisville numbers are ridiculous.
I agree. Double lock. Give me this. They're ranked too. This place might actually have fans there for this.
Yeah. Hokies playing for Mike Young.
Double lock on these Hokies. Next up, we got Iowa at Illinois. This line's come down a point since I made this slide. It's at 9.5 now. I'm on Iowa plus the points. Iowa's fighting to get in the Big Ten tournament. Illinois is a mess. Give me these Hawkeyes plus the points. No bet. What are you doing here?
I've seen this Iowa thing. I'll lock up Illinois. This would be the feel good, get right spot like Kansas.
What is your record betting Illinois, Donald? So we need to do a deep dive with this because now I want to bet Iowa just because I feel like you're awful at the Illinois side of this. Too.
Well, you're short-term bias. I've lost 2 in a row. Bad.
I don't know, dude. I think me and you were both on Illinois against Tennessee.
Kyle Kerm says Illinois.
They covered. They covered against Tennessee.
No, it was a push. I think it was a push.
They were getting 2.5. I remember that. I was pumped. I was on them early, and then they completely ate shit. But yeah, I'll go back to this Illinois. They lost by 40. Now they're laying double digits. Blowout. Iowa can't play defense.
Moneyline Mag laying the 9.5 with the Illini.
Illinois by 20. The fake.
The Hawkeyes. I'm with Kyle Leonard. Sprinkle that money line for the Hawkeyes.
This is the fake. This is the fake get right spot like Kansas.
I'm not betting this game.
Get right spot for who? Illinois.
Yeah, the fake get right spot. Everybody goes, "Oh, they're back," and then they suck again next game.
So you're betting Iowa?
No, I'm betting Illinois.
It's the fake get right spot, right? I like this comment too.
I'm talking about Kansas against Oklahoma State on Saturday.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kyle in the chat saying team total over 150 for Illinois.
Let's go, Illini. They're gonna make every shot tomorrow.
Fucking hilarious.
What were they from three? What were they from 3 on Saturday? 3 for
2
97?
for 26 or some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. I hate this game, man.
TCU is catching. Is this number still accurate? No, I'm seeing it at 6.5 now.
We gotta win this.
I'm locking TCU in the points. Give me now. To be fair, much like you with Illinois, I have not been able to get the right side of West Virginia all year. So maybe you want to load up on West Virginia chat. What are you doing here?
Well, I mean, this is a fucking big time pressure game. All we got to do is beat TCU and UCF, and we're in the dance. I feel like we're gonna win by 3 or 4, like we did against Cincinnati. We're gonna win the game. We ain't losing to fucking Jamie Dixon again. He's fucking old big coach. I don't know if it's by 7.5. We make our free throws win by
6.5 right now. 6.5 right now.
Yeah, we make our free throws like Kansas tonight. Lay it.
UNLV is in San Jose. UNLV is laying 2.5. Give me San Jose State. No bet.
Who's playing in this game? Does anybody know? Nobody knows.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, a bunch of game time. There's 4 game time decisions.
Line says UNLV.
I'll take Sparty. No one goes to these fucking games. Sleepy environment. It actually helps them in a way.
I think that favors UNLV. I'm gonna bet Vegas. Actually, they've over the last 2 years they've finished strong under Kruger here. They're good at beating up the inferior competition. Wyoming, Air Force, Fresno. I think they beat up San Jose here. They suck against the real teams.
You locking it? You said?
Yeah, I'm gonna bet Vegas. They have way better players.
Moneyline Mag locking up UNLV. Wyoming is taking on Steve Alford and company. Nevada laying 12.5. I'll take Wyoming. Fuck Nevada. What are you doing here?
Should we bet Wyoming?
Nah, 13.5 though, says Monty Pritchard. 13.5. I mean, maybe we go in. Let's go in.
Alford's been a terrible big favorite.
Let's go in.
Yeah, come on. Wyoming.
Double lock on Wyoming.
Damn.
Nevada's also got UNLV next.
They just suck too.
All right, next up we got Gonzaga at Santa Clara. Can they go for the sweep? Can the Broncos go for the sweep? When's the last time Gonzaga got swept by Santa Clara? Zags are laying 6.5. And I'm going to continue to take this bait because Herb Sendek is coaching for Santa Clara. Give me the Zags minus 6.5. Give me the Zags minus 6.5. Mac, what are you doing here?
They're officially going to have to retire Ken Palm if Gonzaga doesn't win this game. They're 11th in the country. Ken Palm, Gonzaga. They have 11 losses on the year, I think. Good Lord. Unfortunately, I can't quit Kansas. I can't quit Illinois. I can't quit Gonzaga. Gonzaga by 30. Let's go.
Double lock on these dogs.
Season's on the line. I put that tweet out to motivate him on Saturday.
But wait, we got a battle. And by the way, this is for second place in the fucking WCC.
Yeah, this is for the quadruple bye.
That's why I tweeted that shit out. I wanted to blow smoke up Santa Clara's ass like they have a shot. I think Gonzaga's gonna whack them here.
Nope.
Bieniek, you're going Santa Clara, huh?
Santa Clara, and I've said it the entire year. They're a very hard team to get a grasp on, but when you know they are going to show up, they play pretty damn well, and they just have a variety of outcomes that they can give you. But this is a team that have put up 103 points at the Kennel earlier this season. Offensively, they're going to show up. I don't care if Ball is not going to play. He didn't play last game, and they dropped 109 on Washington State. The offense just has a different gear. And in these big spots, I am willing to jump on it. I think they cover the 6.5. I think this is going to be a 2-possession game, but I think the Broncos have a chance to win it. So I'm going to moneyline this as well.
I think the Zags are
What is best in life?
them and
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
And to Mac's point, Ken Palm's just drunk on Gonzaga. Always has been. Always will be. Cocktail napkins got this at +1. I'm all in. I've been pretty against Gonzaga the entire year. I just don't think they've passed the eye test for me. So yeah.
Hey, you know who else has been drunk on fucking Gonzaga all year? Colby's Vegas. As drunk as Ken Palm is, it's a 5-point projection over there. This one's 6.5. They love Gonzaga, this fucking Vegas. All right, Vegas.
We got a battle. Mac Dundy on the Zags. Bieniek on the Broncos. Final play on the board. New Mexico is heading to San Diego to take on these Aztecs. San Diego State laying 2.5. I am locking up San Diego State -2.5. They need it more desperate team, better coach, and they're favored, yet they're in 4th place. Mac?
I'm going to battle you. I think this is everybody's going to fall in love with San Diego State. I think New Mexico is the better team here. They can bang with them, and they have shot makers. Give me the Lobos to sweep it.
We got a battle. Dundee on the Aztecs. Mac on the Lobos.
If New Mexico wins this, here's a fun proposition. They would be, you'd consider home free, but New Mexico is never one to always take care of business. It's Air Force, Nevada, UNLV. If they win against San Diego State, call the shot now. Who are they losing to?
Nevada and UNLV.
To both.
I think they lose at Nevada. Yeah. It's an Alford game. Alford voodoo game.
This is a big one for New Mexico because, like I said, you would be
big
quote,
one
unquote,
for
home
San
free.
Diego State too, though, to make the NCAA tournament.
Oh yeah, that's a given.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're New Mexico, you are quote unquote home free in the Mountain West after this game.
All right, that's our slate. Top plays of the night. How many we want to do, guys? 5?
5.
San Diego State is one of mine. For 2, these fucking. Do I dive into all these stinky ass lines? 2, I am going to say. Give me Georgia in the points. 3. I mean, I think we're on something. I think we're onto something here with these fucking numbers.
Hilarious.
I'm just gonna jump on these directional Illinois schools. 3. Let's go. What is the one I feel best about? I think it's Southern Illinois. 4, Troy. Actually, Troy is probably one of my favorite ones, but that's number 4. And 5, give me Cincinnati at home. No. I'm sorry. 5, give me Eastern Michigan. Take out Cincinnati. Put it in Eastern Michigan. Mac, fire.
All right. Richmond in the rivalry game. Love Georgia in that rivalry game as well. So 2 home dogs, 2 home favorites here. Short one, Cincinnati and Minnesota. And then give me Hail State. Give me Hail State. I love them at Alabama tomorrow. Getting 7.5.
Bieniek, fire.
I've only got 4. I've got Florida, they're going to take care of business tomorrow against Georgia. -6.5 for the Gators. Santa Clara +6.5 against Gonzaga. I think they win that game. Then I'll go Minnesota -2.5, and then +8.5 Georgia Tech against Pitt.
All right, folks. Give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_ Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at Colby Dant. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. We appreciate you rocking with us. Let's go to sleep. Check out the College Football Experience and the College Baseball Experience. And yeah, Sports Gambling Podcast. And if you're in Vegas, you're coming out to Vegas for March Madness, hit us up. We will be there at Circa and Stadium Swim. So come on out. Till next time, folks. This is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Mailbox 1. You have 7. Messages.
1. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart. My body and soul are nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun. My body and soul are nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. My body and soul are nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. With the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks. Logic is leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or chords to analyze an analytical anthem between my two ears, an engine pumping the life force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallengeable and stiff, so arrange the pieces to prepare cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if your hands are covered with post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart. My body and soul are nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun. My body and soul are nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo.